We work.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch any other shows, but I bet their hosts are at home in their sweatpants eating peppermint bark today.
Talk about it.
Ball.
We're working for you.
We're
here.
For you. Thank you for joining us.
Did you get into the peppermint bark?
Hell yes.
Your favorite?
I got through it. I love the dark chocolate peppermint bark. It's so prickly and so sweet. I love it.
Williams Sonoma brand.
All day.
favorite.
That's my guy,
Yeah.
Bill Sonoma. That's my road dog.
Billy Sonoma's your
That's
road
right,
dog. Well, that's our show. Hashtag GMFB. Please be a part of it. I know it's the holidays and you're tired and you're doing whatever and travel. Hit us up with the hashtag GMFB. We want to hear from the good people.
Yeah. We had 4 tweets yesterday. Can't happen, all right?
Yeah.
Need you guys to get involved.
But we got 4 hosts, right?
We're here.
I think that
That was our tweets.
crowd realizes how important a role they play in this show.
Tweet us.
Yeah.
It energizes
We
us,
need you.
and it makes us
That's
go.
right. And we don't have a bunch of interns sitting at this table talking about LeBron. We got real hosts doing real football talk. Tweet us.
Fuel our hustle. Time for the lead block.
Lead block.
Lead block.
Strange opening of a show,
Yeah,
but that's okay. We are almost at the finish line in the race to the 2018 NFL playoffs. A number of teams control their own destiny Sunday, and they have a chance to lock it up in the postseason. But will they be able to do it? Let's talk about these teams in a segment that we like to call a game of clinches.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's start with the NFC. Here is where things stand right now, gentlemen. The Bears play in Minnesota on Sunday. The Vikings clinch a playoff berth if they win that game. If they lose, however, the Eagles can overtake them with a win against the Redskins in the nation's capital. Vikings are basically in control of their destiny, right? Clinch or no clinch, a playoff berth Sunday. Week 17 is crazy.
Do they get it done?
Do they get it done? I'm going to say yes.
You think the Vikings get it done?
I say they get it done. There's something in me, the skull inside of me, the former Viking inside of me. We've been saying it all year, week after week. Kirk Cousins gets paid for games like this, and this is the ultimate game, right? You win and you're in, forget everything else. The simple fact that there's something within the Bears that is comfort because they know where they're at, they know where they stand, they know what they want to do in the postseason. And then
you Khalil Mack?
Then you got.
I don't think comfort.
I know, but then when you look at the Rams game and what could happen with that game,
Yeah.
I feel like there could be, to what you said, Strakes, where at some point in the game the Bears could take their foot off the pedal, and really save themselves for what is going to be hopefully a Super Bowl
So
run.
basically, you're saying you pay Kirk Cousins to back his way into the playoffs and win by 4.
You don't complain about how you get in.
You have faith in Kirk Cousins. Let's say all things equal, this game is a close game and they need to win.
Okay,
You have faith.
forget about who needs to win.
Yeah,
who
don't
needs
worry
to
about the
lose.
scoreboard.
Okay, that's fine. That's a different question. For me, yes, I do have faith in him. Because he's been hearing what we've been saying. I'm pretty sure as aware of the inconsistency, the games against teams that are 500 or better, Kirk Cousins is saying, all right, I need to change the narrative. And I say it all the time that once you have a big game, we forget about the past. We'll forget about what he did in Washington. We'll forget about games this season. We'll forget about the Seahawks game in Seattle. We'll forget about New England game in Foxborough. If he wins this game, all of a sudden we start writing a new chapter for what Cousins' future is.
Yeah, I don't like predicting games on Wednesdays when we've got Thursday and Friday and Saturday to prep for it. This one, to me, is going to be fascinating because the Eagles, to me, I think we would all agree, Redskins down to their
Scorching.
third quarterback. Like, the Eagles are red hot. And yet the Vikings can spoil this Nick Foles storybook by just doing what they should do, and that's beat a team that has really nothing to play for. The Vikings have to win this game. If the Vikings don't win this game, it is one of the great disappointments that we've seen from any team in recent years. There is no reason the Vikings, playing a Bears team that has already clinched something, shouldn't win with all of the expectations we had for the Vikings going in. So I'm going to say, yes, the Vikings get it done. But like Nate was kind of hinting towards, I can't say with an emphatic, yeah, Cousins shows. It might have to be a little dink and dunk and hope that the Rams take care of business against the Niners and the Bears lay off a little bit.
I usually love the table flipping, right? And the table flipping is that the Vikings lose and there's hysteria and the Eagles get in. I think the Vikings are going to handle this game. I do. You know, I'm all about right now, what are you doing now? I don't care about September and October. Second half of the season, never mind Cousins, the Vikings D has been great. Number 3 D in all of the NFL. I think they carry the day. And the thing that's not talked about enough, the Bears are not that great on the road. They really aren't. Like when they leave Soldier Field, they lost to Miami, they lost to the Giants, they almost lost to the Arizona Cardinals, the worst team in football. They might be doing some scoreboard watching, but even if they are, I think the Vikings defense will carry the day and be a little bit underappreciated. I think the Vikings are going to win this game.
I, of course, am going to make this all about me.
Okay.
And as a Bears fan, do I want to take on the Vikings 3 times? I don't. I think rivalry or divisional rivalry matchups are weird anyway, and you never really know which way they're going to go. I think the fact that the Saints beat the Carolina Panthers, people are like, that's an easy feat. That was like an insane thing to beat a team 3 times.
Right.
I'm sitting next to a guy who can definitely definitely speak to that, how hard it is to beat a team 3 times, right?
Yeah, 2004, we lost to the Green Bay Packers twice. Faced them in the postseason wild card game.
Yeah.
And we end up winning Vikings over Green Bay.
And I know that Chicago would be playing at home, but if I would like to play the Eagles, and not because I don't respect the Eagles, but I think the pass defense and just the defense for the Vikings as a more complete, balanced team right now, I don't want to face them 3 times. I'd rather face the Eagles in my stadium at home. So I would think that
Wouldn't you rather see Cousins than Foles, though?
That's the thing. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of facing them 3 times.
It's fair.
Like the idea of facing them 3 times.
Especially a division rival that has had your number in recent years. But the Foles thing is fascinating. It's almost like
And what a better game it'd be, in my opinion.
Vikings-Bears?
No, Eagles-Bears eventually,
Bears.
yeah.
I think that's the thing. Like, if you are on paper saying, okay, well, Eagles-Bears, who's going to... But you start taking into account the history and the story of Foles, and here he comes, and they beat the Ribs, and they beat the Texans. And if they find a way in the playoffs, it is hard not to believe in destiny. It is hard not to believe that there are greater things at play.
Foles just set an Eagles record for most passing yards ever. I mean, it's insane. It's terrifying to me.
I don't want to face Foles.
Moving on to the AFC, here's where things stand right now. Let's start at the top, guys. Chiefs will clinch. Number 1 is not clinched in the AFC. It's week 17. It's insane. But they can clinch that number 1 spot and home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs with a win at home over the Raiders. If they lose, the Chargers can still